Good morning, everyone. Today we've got an exciting day because the Saint Grail has arrived. We have the 2470 that finally arrived, and if you remember, I had the V1 when I was shooting in French Polynesia, and I said 2470 is really growing on me, but I hope Sony does an update with it where it's stabilized and a little faster in autofocus because it's pretty slow. So I wanted a new one, and look at that. Just 2 months later, Sony is releasing it. So it's pretty exciting. I want to try it out. We're gonna compare it to the V1. We're gonna first do a little shoot here in the streets of Chicago with the V2, and we're gonna go POV mode. I'm gonna give you my feeling while I'm shooting with it, how it feels, how it reacts, because specs are one thing, you know, like theory. I wanna see how it handles on the field, and then I'll give you a recap compared to the first one, if there is a real improvement or not. I'm actually gonna do a few also autofocus tests, so make sure you watch until the end. Before I forget, remember to get on the list for the next session of the 30-day adventure to great photos, the step-by-step method to get your photography to the next level. We just finished the session. The next one will come up before the summer, so please join me. It has helped over 2,500 participants to change their understanding of photography, so why not you next? Whew, here we go. So the first thing to notice is literally that this lens is a lot lighter than the other one. When I compare them, it's clear when you handle it. And the first thing I kind of like is that there's a smooth and tight button, which means this is like super responsive when you zoom in and out, and when you go tight, it's actually a lot harder, which means it's not gonna go down when you're like shooting or like running around. Actually, why don't you let me know in the comments if you would rather shoot in, what do you call that, with a tight zoom or with a smooth zoom, like that, like that. We've got the aperture ring to choose the aperture. We've got the click on off if we want the aperture ring to not make any noise, and yeah, that's about it. We've got 2 buttons also for the portraits or like high focus. This is what I lock it to. I'm gonna be using my A1 just because it has the best autofocus. Let's see how the autofocus is on birds. Wow, those birds are not moving, guys. Here we go. All right. All right, this looks pretty fast. I think we nailed the focus, but I clearly didn't nail what I was doing. Honestly, so it feels really light and enjoyable to hold. And that's something that's very important. The old 2470, I loved it. I mean, the one time I used it in French Polynesia was awesome, honestly. And I've used it in the past, but it's just heavy and bulky. So it's something that I'm not necessarily gonna shoot with a lot. You know what's the most enjoyable with the 2470 is really having that ability to shoot like wide and then tight. 70 is actually just below 85, and it does allow you to go and reach for that subject if it's a little far. Yet you can have that wide shot. Look at that, this is cool. I really like that shadow, like that V with the shadows. But you see 24mm, boom, this is what we're getting. And then if we zoom in a little bit, we can have a completely different shot. You see, this is a good focus test. We go literally for, oh wow, you can focus really close. I'm very impressed. Look, this is literally where I'm focusing. This is the lens. So it's very close, and then I can switch super easily to the background. So it's so much faster than the previous lens. That's like clear to me now, okay? It's like no brainer. I'll do a little test after to compare the two and how quickly they respond with the autofocus, but just from what I remember in French Polynesia, using it every day, this is a lot faster. Oh, I missed it. So I just switched to the smooth mode for taking the photos, and honestly, I gotta say, well, okay, my subject's gone, but you can be super responsive with that. I was actually shooting in tight, and it's okay, but if you have to be quick, this is gonna be a lot easier. Let's see if we can get anything here. This guy looks great. this looks like a cool shot. Boom. Hey sir, how are you?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Can I take a photo of you, brother? Really love the look with the hat and... Yeah? That's awesome. I love the color. It's like a sunshine walking, you know?
Well,
alright, awesome.
let me pause.
One sec, I'll move a little this way. Perfect, there we go. Boom. Nice. Nice, I'm gonna get a tiny bit closer. Here we go. Boom. Looking good.
It looks good, brother. Thank you.
Look good.
All right,
Have a good
brother.
then.
Take care, brother.
Bye. Dude, his look was so good. Ooh. Oh no, I missed it. Okay, I want to have someone like kind of walk through that ray of light. And that car could be good. Here we go. I like that. I do like that a lot. Well, we can do it a little better. You see that bokeh in the background? Dude, go in the light. No. We need someone to go through the light. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, we're overexposed a little bit here. By the way, guys, I don't know what happened to my A1, but somehow I kind of crushed that button a little bit. Hopefully it's okay. I think I hit it somewhere by mistake. Alright, we've got a little puddle here, which is actually, this is a good test usually because so autofocus has a lot of problems figuring out if you're trying to get to the puddle or behind it, meaning the reflection in the puddle or behind. So let's see how that goes. I think it's moving so fast I might have to change my focus mode back to single point because I was in tracking, like to track people, but it might be too much. Ew, I just dipped my finger in there. Alright. Alright, this autofocus is almost too fast, I feel. Where it's so easy to miss because, oh gosh, I missed it again. It refocused so quickly you barely noticed. Oh, look at that light. Yum. Wow, this is cool. Look, this is if we're shooting at 24mm right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, boom, and then shooting at 70mm. That's such a cool difference, especially for like shots like that, where you have like long lines. It's kind of nice to have that depth. Sometimes that's one of the problems from those new lenses. Everything's so good on it, like, and I'm not joking. Like, if you compare to the past, like now we have the best autofocus in the world. It's hard to miss a shot. Then the colors are awesome. The zoom's fast. It's really, really hard to say anything negative about it. So honestly, sometimes it's more like, no, it feels great. If you want a 2470, go for it, you know. But let's compare it to the V1, because if you want to save money or buy it on the second market and buy a V1, it might be interesting to compare how it works. Is the difference of money really going to be worth it for you? Yeah, this is cool. 70mm, just really to like nail those details and make them pop out. It's so helpful. Hey brother, how are you? Good. Can I take a photo of you when you're like looking here? And this way, like you were looking earlier? Yeah, perfect. This looks dope. Nice. You want to see? Looking good, huh?
Oh yeah, yep. You good. You good.
The camera is good.
Hey, you too. You got you put it together. It's a match.
Have a great day, brother. I love fake modesty. When I say, oh, it's the camera, it's just a joke, guys. Don't worry. It actually looks really cool. I love it. Oh, look at this. So good. Okay, this guy's gonna walk there. Boom. Someone beeping at me? I'm in the middle of the street again. Damn it, Pierre. What are you doing? All right, my conclusion is that the V1 can be thrown literally in the river. Hup, I'm joking. If you want to know if you should get it or not, make sure you press that button with a thumb up because it's gonna make like sparkles on your screen. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's a new functionality on YouTube. There is a difference between the V1 and the V2. Right now I'm showing you some tests with the autofocus, and honestly when you shoot with it, you feel that it is definitely more responsive and faster. Now the V1 is not terrible, but I found it that sometimes it hunts a little more, it's a little more sluggish. Something that really kind of blew me away was actually the flare is completely different, and you don't have the ghosting that you have on the other one. If you look at those two clips, you can clearly see in the corners the ghosting and the reflection of that inside element on the glass on the V1, but it doesn't happen on the V2, so that's definitely improved quality in terms of image. Also, now the big thing, really, I was using it and I was getting addicted to it. Great range, 2470, but that weight, like I think we gained 300 grams, something like that. It makes a big difference in terms of usability. The zoom smooth and tight is very helpful. Here you had a lock back in the days, but I think zoom tight is actually better, especially if you still need to get there and start zooming quickly. When it's locked, and oftentimes I would fiddle and be like blocked. Don't get the V1 in my opinion. If you're buying new, invest a little more for the V2, and if you need a V1, get it secondhand market. That's all I can tell you. Great lens, nothing else to say. I think this is gonna be the most versatile lens and with the fastest autofocus that you can think of, especially for that size and weight. But at the end of the day, remember, skills over gear. That's the most important. For just 15% of the value of that lens, you could get a beautiful course designed for you over 30 days that would change the way you shoot no matter what kind of gear you use. And that's the most important. So get out there, go shoot, try something different, try something new, get on the wait list for the next session, and I'll see you soon. I have to send it back. 24, 2470.